I had to essentially, well, keep it short, because no way in hell am I gonna do that. This is part 12 of Dragon Quest VII Reimagined. Now we arrive at the Pool of the Cave. Or rather, the Poolside Cave. And you wonder why the heck I decided to do that, right? They're too stunned to move. Excellent. Now to make everything bang.
That was easy.
Yeah, it was. But not as difficult as you could imagine. And let's see, we get an antidotal herb, so there's no harm in there. There's like a lot of chests here. We're gonna work to find them all. And the only reason why I had to make a separate video, because I didn't want the video to get too long. I have a habit of making videos get way too long. And trying to get your attention actually, it's retention, is a little difficult. Because most viewers nowadays, they don't like this kind of content. They would rather have shorter videos. Me, I prefer them as they should be. And now we're gonna still beat them down. Yep, group of enemies. A whole lot of them. Kissers and she-slimes. Yeah, I made sure. Yeah, I always battle every chance. I can't help it when games like these are just so much fun to play. Yeah, bang. Ew, why would you do that?
All in a day's work.
And there are 2 chests here we can get our hands on. Night. Disgraceful. Even a sacred spot such as this has been ransacked by monsters. It would not surprise me if they've already destroyed the treasures bequeathed to us by the Almighty. We must be prepared for anything. We have to. No, don't do that. Good, they're stunned. Another chest is empty. Now we got more monsters to deal with. Now we gotta make sure. Alright. Let's get rough. Can you stop that?
That was easy.
And there's even more chests. And that way's blocked off. Nope. Now prove you're of the chosen line, and lo, your onward path shall shine. Okay, time to make everything explode again.
That was easy.
Very good. And now we have another fight on our hands.
Here I come.
Here we go.
Easy peasy. Knew I had.
Maribel's now level 18. And this one nets us 200 gold coins. And now we have a new monster contending with. Yup, mud mannequins. And he does the weird dance, which really forces me to lose MP. Fine.
All in a day's work.
Nice. We get an Yggdrasil leaf. What do you want? But they seize the initiative. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, finally you get back up. Ruff's now level 17. He needed that full heal anyway. Now to take that down. There you go. Fine, let's let loose. Well, at least that was worth it.
Cut free!
Very good. I see. This one's a dead end, but we need to get the treasure here. That might work. Like I said, I don't want these episodes to get too long. Okay, that's just disgusting. Really? You're just gonna make it easy for me to level myself up. Let's get to work. That was simple enough. Can't help it if I want to make sure I get even stronger. Well, that was fast. This nets us a silver platter. Nope. There. She can use that. Oh, I find it a bit weird that she's using like a big plate. Ruff can use it too. Nice, we got another mini medal. That makes 19.
Right.
Let's do it.
Here I come.
Seriously, I'm 15 minutes in and I still haven't done enough. Oster's 19. Now it's a fur cape. Yeah, we'll give it to her. But yeah, you notice that Kiefer has left the party. Yep, they keep coming back. And we get an anecdotal herb. Disappointing.
All in a day's work.
Yup, it's gonna take a long time, but it'll be worth it.
Oh,
I can feel a breeze coming from these holes. They must lead to some kind of open space. Yeah, but you don't want to fall. Stop that. It looks pretty slippery around these holes in the floor. We'll fall straight in if we're not careful. Nice. Good. More empty chests. Yeah, that multi-trust stuff gotta stop. Yeah, now the orcs don't play around. But I grind when needed if I'm ever to become stronger. Let's get worked up. Good. At least that's some devotion right there. Good work, Ruff.
All in a day's work.
And the battles never end. That took care of all of them. Now we head further down into the second area. Yeah, there are plenty of chests. A stone engraved with ancient text. A chest that rests in a wintry's bath will show us the Almighty's path. At least, I believe that's what it says. What is it? You seem strange. He stares at the text engraved into this. A chest that rests in a wintry's bath will show us the Almighty's path. He can suddenly read the words. If I did not know better, I would say you knew exactly what was written there without my help. but it seems the effort of reading it has rather worn you down. You're still new to this, I suppose. I've been reading these ancient runes since I was but a boy. I would hardly be considered worthy of Lala's hand otherwise. I struggle sometimes, but I study every day. And not only at reading, at the Torban too, and other ancient arts. Yet despite my efforts, I remain uneasy. The ritual grows near, and yet my dear Lala grows distant. That is how it feels, at least. But I digress from the matter at hand. Let us commit the words in the stone of memory and move on. A chest that rests in a wintry bath. I suppose that refers to water somehow. Here come the canapox. Guess it's time to frizz. How do you miss like that? Oh my god. Be right back. Let's get continued. I better make sure this time I take him down. And I do so. Seriously, our party gets wiped this fast? That would get me mad.
Hey!
I've never seen so many treasure chests. We gotta have a pick in at least one of them, Austin. It'd be rude not to. And we're putting our lives on our line to help the roamers. They can hardly begrudge us a little souvenir. Very good. Good. Now we gotta strike hard and fast. Because these things are not a joke.
Here I come!
Now you're about to see what pain really feels like. What are you trying to do? It ain't gonna work. All right, more money. And there are 3 of these canna boxes. And now we take the rest of them down. Very nice. Nothing around here. Thankful for the camera. That did it. A rumbling noise can be heard. Did you hear that, Oster? I'm sure I heard a sound coming over from over there. Let's go and check it out. Nice. Now let's take care of the other canna box. Lay off my friend, bozo! That did it. Nice.
Please, don't hit me. I'm not a bad monster, honest. I used to live with the Almighty's clan long, long ago. I'm on your side, I promise. And to prove it, I'm going to tell you something really useful. Deep inside this cave, there's an altar made of stalagmites. If you're going to drain the lake, you need to put the Chimes of the Chosen on it. Once the water's all gone, you'll be able to get to the lake from the first level of this cave.
Oh.
The ancient text spoke true. The Chimes of the Chosen are indeed the key to draining the lake. Come, let us hurry. We have not much further to go. Some ancient text has been carved. Florin reads the text. That you are here, this signifies that you have proved both bold and wise. Now prove you're of the chosen line, and lo, your onward path shall shine. Prove you're of the chosen line. This must mean that we are to present the Chimes of the Chosen. Florin holds it up and allows their sound to echo through the cave. The way ahead has been revealed. We are close now. We must be. Our destiny will soon be fulfilled. You must wait a little longer, Lala. Very good. Another fragment. You hit him by the back, you can just kill him instantly. Great, hallucinate, huh? That won't stop us. Trust me. Maribel's now 19, while Ruff's 18. And this nets us a yellow fragment. That did it. We find a file of magic water. We made it. We made it. All right, this is it.
Oh.
This is it. This is the mechanism that will allow us to drain the lake. If I place the Chimes of the Chosen here, the altar of the Almighty will become accessible. Are you ready? Shall I place the chimes? We place the Chimes of the Chosen on the pedestal. The lake should now be drained. Come, let us proceed to the altar of the Almighty. As soon as the ritual has been performed, Lala will be free from the bonds of duty. Free to love me. You gotta learn to let it go, man.
Oh.
Now it is finally time for the restoration to take place. Come, Oster, let us leave this place.
Very good. We made it out, and now we can get these chests here. This nets us a seed of resilience, a stellar fan, and a prayer ring. And it's actually a weapon. Well, let's see how that'll work for her.
Where are you going? We must hurry to the altar of the Almighty without delay.
Yeah, you're right.
But we can't leave. Why? I swear, Florin must really gotta learn to let it go.
Can't be cast right now.
And essentially, it removes all of them. All the enemies are gone.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's on the other side then. Okay. Finally made it out. That's a relief. Now we gotta talk to Madame Rosa.
Oh,
Ah, there you are. Thanks to your efforts, the lake has been drained and the altar of the Almighty has been revealed.
Thank you from the bottom of my Romer heart. All that remains now is to retrieve the two sacred items, namely the Torban of Truth and the Vestment of Virtue. You have done so much for us, it is only right that you retrieve them.
I have no idea how we might begin to thank you for all that you've done for us, young Gajos. Oh my, it appears your journey into the cave was not without sacrifice. There, all better. Now young Lala and the others will be arriving soon. The sacred items must be retrieved. You must lose no time in entering the altar.
You will accompany our friends once more, Florin.
Okay.
Of course, Madame Rosa. Now it seems that to make our way inside, we must read the engraving on the stone beside the stairs. When the Torban of Truth glows all in glowed, our Lord shall wake from sleep. A maiden, virtue vestments clad, must dance the peace to keep.
Oh.
Beyond lies the Torban of Truth. My destiny awaits. It is time, young Gaho. Time for you to enter the altar. May the Almighty's blessings go with you.
Before that, though, let's get these two chests here. Oh yeah, they're locked tight. Because of course they are.
These are the two sacred items described in the ancient texts. The Torban of Truth. This is the instrument I must play. And here is the Vestment of Virtue, in which Lala will perform her dance. Together, we will carry out the ritual, and the Almighty will be restored. Then I shall be free at last. Free to choose my own path in life, no longer shackled by the destiny of the roamers.
Florin takes down the Torban of Truth and the Vestment
Come.
of Virtue from the altar.
We must return to the clan. They will be keen to thank you, I'm sure.
Wait up! Sorry we're late. Lala's bad leg was troubling her, so I thought I'd better carry her on.
What? You carried my betrothed? You? An outsider?
Florin, that is enough. Kiefer has done us a great service. I could not have come here without him.
Lala?
I see that you have already recovered the Torban of Truth and the Vestment of Virtue. Good. Then we must prepare.
Are you sure you're up to it? Here, take my arm.
Thank you, Kiefer.
Lala! Wait for me! Okay.
We are very nearly ready, Rambaro. We may begin the ritual forthwith.
Oh.
Now, Florin, there is no need to rush. Perhaps you would allow me to examine the Torban of Truth first of all? Yes, it is as I suspected. The time is not yet right.
What? But surely...
Look closely. According to the engraving beside the stairs, the Almighty will be restored when the Torban of Truth glows golden. Does it seem to be glowing to you? I cannot tell you why, my lad, but it seems clear to me that the time for the ritual is not yet nigh.
But then when? And how will we know? We must at least try. If we do not, it may be years before my duty is fulfilled.
Listen.
Please, Florin, you must think about what you are suggesting. What if it did lift the seal, What if it did, and the time was not yet right? If the Almighty were restored too soon, and the Demon King destroyed him once and for all, we would have failed utterly in our duty. And then there would be no future for anyone, Romer or otherwise. It is a risk we cannot take. But we have come all this way. You really mean just to give up now? I cannot give up. I will not. The Almighty has led us here to this place, on this day, for a reason. The time is right for His restoration. It must be. Lala, do as I tell you and put on the Vestment of Virtue. You will dance. I order it.
What?
Florin, do you really mean to go through with this? I do, and I will need your help. It is time for you to pray. Pray for the restoration of the Almighty.
Nothing is happening.
Foolish human children. Those who break the seal must be punished.
What is happening here?
Let go of the Torban, Florin!
No! I will not! I cannot!
Feel my
Florin! Why? Kiefer!
Come on, Florin, this isn't you! I know you never hurt Lala! Did you hear that? That was Florin's voice, coming from inside the monster. And it sounds like he's in pain. Come on, let's deal with this thing and set Florin free.
Kiefer, wait! I will help you. I cannot allow poor Florin to suffer.
Boss time! Florin, corrupted by his obsession, has only made the situation much worse. And he's weak to bang. Well, guess that means I have no choice. I'd better make sure I give Kiefer the strength he needs. And he can hit two, he can strike twice. Lala looks on with concern. Gotta make sure I deliver the pain like never before. While this happens, I buff up the party. And I have to make sure I give it all I have against it. Good, at least it's keeping everyone alive. Alright, let's do it. Now he's mad. Do I blame him? No, I don't. He struggles even now. Well, well, well. Thankfully, the soothing song can get everybody healed up. And it now summons pillars of water. Better make sure to keep everyone alive at least.
Thank you.
I owe you.
That's a lot of damage. Good riddance.
It's over, isn't it?
It had to be done.
How's about that?
Kiefer's now 18.
I can move. Is my punishment really at an end? Lala! Lala, are you alright?
Kiefer! Oh, your wounds look very bad. Are you in pain?
No, I'm fine. It's... nothing. Really.
Oh, thank goodness. And thank you, Kiefer. Thank you all.
This was all my fault. All of it.
But Florin, I am equally to...
No! No, Lala. It was me who insisted we go ahead with the ritual. For my own selfish reasons. I have known all along. Known that you do not love me. But I thought, perhaps if I were to fulfill the Romer's duty, perhaps then...
Oh, Florin. I should have told you the truth long ago. But I knew our fates were intertwined. I meant only to protect you, and myself. The fact is, Florin, we cannot be together. I am sorry.
I understand. I only hope that you can forgive me, Lala, for what I have done.
And with that, the Romer ritual to restore the Almighty was over. Accompanied by Boldo, the party head back into the cave and remove the Chimes of the Chosen from the pedestal on which they were placed. The lake is filled with water once again, and the altar of the Almighty is submerged. Rombaro decides to keep hold of the Torban of Truth and the Vestment of Virtue for now. And the roamers and the party set out back to where they first met. Although the ritual was a failure, the roamers throw a huge party to say goodbye to Oster and his friends, and to thank them for all they've done. And then in the small towers... Wait, why are we awake? Much better. Kiefer!
Everything that happened today was my fault. And now it is all ruined. We cannot fulfill our duty. I cannot be with Lala. I will have to leave the clan.
What's going to happen to Lala if you're not here? You're just going to leave her to deal with everything herself?
You don't understand. I have been lying to Lala from the start.
That mark?
We Romers have one ironclad rule. 2 people who bear the mark of the Earth Spirit must never be permitted to marry. Well, my mark first appeared only a few years ago. And, as luck would have it was just after I had become engaged to Lala. Of course, by that point, I was head over heels in love with her.
You know what? I can't get my head around this. You, Rombara, Madame Rosa, Baldo, you're all as bad as each other. It's all rules this and duty that. Have none of you stopped to think what Lala wants?
What you say is correct. And I hate that you were free to say it. I have hated it from the start. But you are perhaps the only one that Lala can count on. To protect her and to support her. You are in a unique position to do that. Will you do this, Kiefer? Will you look after Lala?
Well, you heard all that, right?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter either way. You and I need to have a chat. Let's meet at that hill overlooking the sea to the west. No one will disturb us there. Not even Maribel.
I need to talk to you in private, Ulster. Let's go to that cliff to the west, the one with a view of the sea. No one will disturb us there.
I can already tell what's about to happen with this one. Oh yeah, it's on the other side. We'll fix that. Still, didn't really think it would be like that. And you guys need to get out of my way. You too. Right here.
It's quite a view, isn't it? Doesn't this place remind you of Astard?
Yeah.
I thought you'd say that. Okay, so listen. This journey we've been on together, it's made me realize something. A while ago, your dad said this adventure was all about recovering a lost world. So the question is, who did this to the world in the first place? Well, if you ask me, it's obvious. It's the same bad egg who's been creating chaos in all these towns we've been to. You know who I mean, right? Yeah, the Demon King. This journey of ours is going to lead us to him in the end. I've never been more sure of anything. And when that happens, well, we'll need the Almighty on our side. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you would. Anyway, I've been giving it some thought. To restore the Almighty to this world, we need the Roamers. But leaving such an important job to them alone, well, to Lala, really, doesn't feel right. You know what I mean, don't you?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, here's what I'm thinking. Just hear me out, okay? I've never really mentioned this before, but the fact is, there's something about you. Call it destiny, or whatever, but you have a purpose in life. Me, on the other hand, well, there's nothing special about me. Apart from the fact that I happen to be born a prince. And if I'm honest, I used to be jealous of you. That's why I wanted to come on this adventure, to see if I could find a purpose too. Something only I could do.
I think I've waffled on long enough, so I'll leave it there. It's already getting late. You head back and get some rest. I'll be right behind you. I'm just going to enjoy the view a little longer. I'm in that kind of mood tonight.
Oster does as he's told and heads back to the encampment to rest, leaving Kiefer gazing out to sea. Oster returns to the tent where his friends are sleeping, and before he knows it, he's asleep himself. And then morning comes.
I slept like a baby. Morning, Oster. I thought I saw Kiefer talking to you in the middle of the night. Was everything alright with him?
Yes.
Well, spare me the details. I expect he was just boring you to tears about how in love with Lala he is or something. Now, shall we get going? Look lively, Ruff. We're heading out.
What? Is morning already? But I'm still sleepy. Now what's up?
Take this!
There's no doubting your talent, boy, or your tenacity. I yield.
Thank you, Baldo. You're a more than worthy opponent. So, Rombaro, this means I can be the next guardian of the Romas, right?
Yes, most certainly. We would be foolish to refuse one so skilled. Come before me, Kiefer. Your companions too. My fellow roamers, it gives me great pleasure to announce that a new guardian now watches over us. Allow me to introduce our newest clan member, Kiefer. I must also express our gratitude to his fellow Gadjos, without whom we would never have found our way to the altar of the Almighty. Let us lift up our voices in the song of thanks. To our new companions, may the blessings of the Almighty be upon them all.
I hate to spring it on you like this, but it looks like this is where our journey together ends. I can't go back to our world, to our time, to a place where my whole future's decided for me. I'm going to stay here and look after the Romas. And besides, look at this amazing sword they give you! Ha! Bet you've never seen engraving like this before. And as guardian of the Almighty's chosen people, it's all mine now. That's my destiny. My purpose. I think you know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah.
I had a feeling you'd say that. Anyway, I suppose you'll be heading back to Pilchard Bay now. Let me take you as far as the teleportal, at least.
I know. Kiefer, thank you for everything.
To be honest, I'd expect this to happen much later on. It's surreal, you know? But just for the hell of it. Now we're talking. And he runs off. What a wuss. Seriously. What you just saw was a metal slime. And you know these guys, they don't go quietly. Yeah, sometimes they stay and attack you, and other times they just run off and leave. And look at that. He's back. And runs again. This is so dumb. It wasn't like this with every other Dragon Quest entry. Sometimes they stay behind, other times they leave. They do whatever the hell they want. They don't care. They don't care. They truthfully don't care. Seriously, it gets on my nerves knowing that. But that's alright. I figured we'd do this one last time just for the hell of it.
Right.
Don't worry.
Here I come.
Yeah, because next episode is where we're going to be heading into All Trades Abbey. Yeah, I'm spoiling it. I don't care. I have fun playing this game.
Easy peasy.
And it sucks we're going to end up leaving Kiefer behind. But he made his choice and his destiny. And so have we. But I'm not worried because we'll be seeing those metal slimes again. And when we do,
Here I go!
we're making sure we get it done. You hurt my friend. Now you fall. All right. Time for us to head off.
Well, here we are. This is it. Time for us to part ways. There are people out there who need your help, and people here who need mine. We've both got a job to do, after all. And when we roamers fulfill our duty, you'll be the first to know. Listen, thanks for everything. It's been amazing. Oh, and if you run into my dad, will you bring him up to speed? Tell him I found my purpose. I've got a feeling he'll understand. Now go!
What?
Where did that bag come from? Do you think Kiefer threw it in the teleportal after us?
And we look at it. It contains all of his gear and a letter. And a note addressed to the King of Oster. Yep. Guess we now know what we gotta do. Let us head to Astard Castle. This episode ends when we take care of everything else. This is all too surreal. Now let's hear what he has to say.
Ah, so you have returned to us. You must tell me of your latest adventures. But first, please enlighten me as to the whereabouts of my son. Has that confounded boy wandered off somewhere again?
Yes.
Why do you evade my gaze? What is the meaning of this? Well, will you answer me?
Author explains what happens and gives King Donald the note from Kiefer.
As Prince of Astard, it was my duty to safeguard my kingdom's future. I abandoned that duty, and I hope you can forgive me for that. Because I found my purpose here. I found the thing that only I can do. The thing that I'd be willing to sacrifice anything for. I've been so fortunate. I had the best upbringing a boy could hope for, and a loving father and sister. Everything I am today is thanks to you, and I'll never forget that. I wish you all many years of health and happiness. Love, Kiefer. P.S. Be nice to Lisette, okay? I'm going to miss her.
He's found a purpose? But he's still a child. No, that isn't right. I simply treated him as one and tried to keep him cooped up here. Now he's chosen to give up everything he had, to cause pain to those closest to him, and all to follow his own path. Those are not the actions of a child. My boy has become a man. I had planned to give him this on his return, but I suppose you might as well have it now.
We obtain a blue fragment.
One of the people of the island found it and brought it here to the castle. I had meant to present it to him as a symbol of my blessing, to let him know that I was happy with the path he had chosen. Alas, it seems I may have missed my chance. Well, anyway, I must thank you for bringing me this news.
What else is need to be said, honestly? I'm just trying to hold back my tears, you know?
Hey!
Well, now that we've got that out of the way, let's go and do something to cheer ourselves up. How about a nice little trip somewhere?
Yeah, you're right about that. Let's head out. Yeah, because there's a new island in the northwest. Let us zoom that start. Guess it's time for us to head off. There's a new island to the northwest. And the more islands we find, the more stuff we'll be able to see. Yeah, and I'm done dealing with
All
them.
in a day's work.
Oster's now level 20. Sorry I pressed it too fast, but yeah. Finally made it. This is the region of the Romer encampment. Let us first visit the dig site.
Oh!
Roll up, roll up! Come and lay your eyes on the find of the century. This is no regular skull. It's bigger than the eggplant's head, elephant's head with two glittering golden horns, the likes of which you've never seen. And to see it only costs you laughably reasonable 5 gold coins. That's a bargain if I ever heard it. So roll up! What's everyone queuing for, Oster? Can we queue for it too?
Oh!
Alright. Sure.
Thank you kindly. Now as you clearly come such a long way to be here today, I'll let you skip the queue. Lucky you.
Before that, though, we gain a blue fragment. It's a large skull with 2 striking gold horns.
Blast it!
Oi! Get your grubby mitts away from that skull. Honestly, the youth of today.
That's locked tight. Let's head for the well. Another locked chest. And we find mini medal number 20. Really isn't much. Nice, we get strong medicine. There's not much here we can do. Yet. But aside from that, there really isn't. So, we gotta move around. Now we arrive in the mountain pass. And this place has seen better days. Oh, there is an island here. But let's explore everything else first. Then we'll take care of that. We get a fowl of holy water. And another fowl of holy water. And this is the cape overlooking the ocean. I always love filling up the map. Yep, that's that. Now let's zoom to the West Island and then we're done here. But they seize the initiative. Yeah, hide. That won't help you. Yeah, assess. Now you're gonna fall. And we get here. Mini Medal 21. Alright. That's it. We've already completed much of these regions. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Now let's head back to Pilchard Bay. We're done here. Yeah, sorry it took a little longer, but was necessary. But I promise you, next part is where the real good stuff comes. Because next part, we head for All Trades Abbey. That is it for this part of DQ7 Reimagined. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to hit the like button, it means a lot. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and click the bell and hype, and I'll see you then. This is MegamanNG, signing off. Peace out.